Foreman, combinations, get on the inside, be tight. Be tight on the inside. Look for you.
They doing that, just don't blow your nose. Last round now, champ, ain't no more. Don't let him turn his back on you.
Punch. You understand what I'm saying?
Telling him they got
Steal the last 30 seconds. That's right. They telling him he's got knocked out.
Let's go.
Why do you shoot? Shoot.
And final round. How about a
Good
round
sign by Morrison coming up that stool with some enthusiasm here. We're into the final round. And you got to believe the way we have been viewing it, that Tommy Morrison may be on the verge of ending the career of George Foreman. Foreman could choose to continue should he lose here tonight, but that's highly unlikely. He has indicated that a loss would send him into final retirement after his glorious career, especially the second round of that. Morrison cannot afford a mistake. His corner says, be tight, be close, don't leave yourself open. And he lands a good right hand.
And Tim, knowing George's mind the way I think I do, if he loses the fight, don't be surprised if he doesn't say he's going to fight again.
Ask for a rematch, maybe. But George Foreman, 75 fights in his illustrious career, only 3 losses, maybe looking at number 4 at age 44. For Tommy Morrison, it would get the monkey off his back. Silence the skeptics.
Good right hand by George Foreman.
Short right hand.
Short right hand.
George Foreman showing that great championship quality, doing all he can. Is it enough? Hasn't backed up since the fight began, but has taken most of the punishment.
Timmy's a physical marvel at his age. To be able to go these 12 rounds.
Even had a word for his corner there. We couldn't make it out. George headed to sitcom heaven there at ABC when the fight is over here. It begins filming in July.
Hook by Tommy Morrison. Combination. Again, George is really frustrated now. Really frustrated. He's trying, but he just can't seem to be able to put it together.
Under a minute to go in the fight.
You can just see Tommy Morrison getting off first, beating George to the punch. No matter how long George has him trapped on the ropes, Morrison still beats him to the punch.
And Morrison.
Good left hook. Good left hook by Foreman.
It was a good left hook, but I don't think as punishing as it appeared. Morrison had his hand up, and he kind of leaned back on the ropes.
Here's a break for Tommy Morrison.
Loose tape on Foreman's glove, and Morrison happy about this development. A little breather for Morrison.
All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. It'll work. That's good enough. Come on, Charlie.
35 seconds remain.
Time in. Come on, here we go.
That was a break for Tommy Morrison. And again, it could add to the controversy of Mills Lane, although he certainly did the right thing by stopping the fight and fixing that tape. And he didn't put the tape on George's glove.
Just following the rules. I don't think there can be any controversy, and it's loose again. They didn't repair it well.
Time.
And he calls time with 11 seconds left, but they keep fighting.
And Mills Lane lets them fight.
Move it. Time.
He's calling time again.
Right.
And the bell sounds, ending the fight. It really doesn't matter. It is moot. Tommy Morrison with the look of a winner. The 24-year-old from Kansas City. Only one defeat on his record, that at the hands of Ray Mercer, but a lot of skeptics about his ability. And no doubt some of those will be saying, well, if he wins this, he should have been able to stop the old man. But we saw how tough, how strong George Foreman still is at age 44.
What a competitor he is, Tim. He almost never wants to face defeat. And Angelo was steaming George up a little more, telling him he was right about Mills Lane.
Your eyes look good.
How have you got it at the end of the fight, Gil?
Tim, I have Tommy Morrison winning by a wide margin. With the point deducted, I have Morrison 117, Foreman 111. I didn't give him any credit for his aggressiveness because it wasn't effective aggressiveness. He chased Morrison, chased him, and when he caught him, he got nailed.
You got to throw punches for sure. He didn't throw enough of them, in my view, either. I thought Tommy Morrison fought a very intelligent fight, stuck with his plan, and I think he deserves full credit for a victory I expect he's going to get. Let's find out if he did. We'll go now to our host, James Brown.
All right, Timmy, thank you very much. And as we await the decision from Michael Buffer, three things come to mind. Quickly, all fight fans certainly know that George Foreman offered some advice to Tommy Morrison after that fifth-round brutal beating at the hands of Ray Mercer back in October of 1991. The question is, did that advice come back to haunt George Foreman tonight? Number two, a much more serious work ethic displayed by Tommy Morrison tonight. He was in excellent shape. We'll get back to the third point after the most important point, and that's the decision. Let's go back down to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you the winner of this bout will be the WBO World Heavyweight Champion. We go to the scorecards. Dalby Shirley and Patricia Jarman both score the bout 117 to 110. Jerry Roth scores the bout 118 to 109 for the winner and new champion, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
So Big George Foreman, in fact, may have had that advice come back to haunt him. Tommy Morrison, I think, answered an awful lot of questions. The third point that I was going to make, Tommy Morrison has said repeatedly that he did not
12 rounds of boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing red and weighing 250 pounds, this 1968 Olympic gold medalist has a professional record of 72 victories against 4 losses. 67 of those victories have come by way of knockouts, and his KO to win ratio is the greatest in heavyweight history. And tonight, he comes into this ring looking to add his name to another page of heavyweight history.